Happy Thursday. Welcome into the show. This is the San Francisco 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr. Hope all of the faithful is having a fantastic day. And as always, no matter where you are, how you're tuned in, we appreciate you for making today's show a part of your day. There's plenty to discuss as San Francisco goes into Week 4. Big matchup on the slate against the Arizona Cardinals Sunday at Levi's Stadium. What is going on with Deebo Samuel? We're going to tackle that because his status for Sunday's game against the Cardinals and what has become a very important game considering Arizona beating the Cowboys both with the divisional standings but also in the NFC West is in question right now. We'll get to some more Niners injury news. There's a wild rumor out there that the Niners could be a potential destination for a Davante Adams trade. We'll unpack that craziness, and I have some burning questions for the Niners going into this Week 4 tilt. We'll also be taking your questions. Feel free to be a part of the show. How do you do that? Use the hashtag 49ers. Better yet, Super Chat to get involved. We have 215 people already watching live. Absolutely awesome to see so many people in here to support the show. Make sure you hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. So our first segment of the day, and we'll start the official show here in about 10 minutes. Could Deebo Samuel miss Sunday's game? Last Thursday, we know that he fell on the football during his all-world performance, and he hurt his ribs. But then Kyle Shanahan revealed yesterday that he's on the injury report also with a knee injury. This game's coming up. Hasn't been on the practice field the last 2 days. We'll dive further into that. We'll also explain why Kyle Shanahan is grateful and Christian McCaffrey receiving an accolade that goes to show you how dominant he was in the first month of the season. That's going to be our first segment. First, though, let's get that comment section going. Bang, bang, Niner gang. San Francisco, where are you at on this fine Thursday? Let us know in the chat, and we'll start to give you some shout-outs here. Really excited to talk some Niner football. Our live show 2 days ago, it went wild. We had like $450 in Super Chats. The Super Chat menu included me doing 20 push-ups for every $20 that we got. It was insane. Today, it's Thirsty Thursday. Let's have a ball. Bang, bang from Indy, from Ariel, Tacoma, Washington, from Ken. Ernesto is in Tucson. Jenny Wolfie. Jenny Wolfie, usually watching our watch parties, but she's hanging out with us for one of our live shows during the week. Awesome. Joseph Hayward, repping the Niners in Missouri from SIC. John, Hawaii, Wet Noodle, rainy Spokane, Washington. Is it ever not rainy up in the Pacific Northwest there, Wet Noodle? Tucson from Brian, Long Beach from Eddie, Fremont, California from Raymond, upstate New York from Ed, Eric from Connecticut, Bang Bang from Santa Clara from DP, Harold going with the Niners to beat Arizona come Sunday. Frank Bailey, what's up, Chase? Las Vegas Niner gang, Compton, California, and Tracy, California in the house. So that accolade I was talking about with Christian McCaffrey, he has been named the NFC Offensive Player of the Month for what he was able to do in the 3 weeks in September. Isn't it wild that Sunday's game against the Cardinals is already marking the first day of October? How is it the 10th month of the year? Feels as though just a couple of weeks ago, the Niners were in the playoffs trying to make it to another Super Bowl. You look at the McCaffrey numbers from September. Week 1 against Pittsburgh, Week 2 against the Rams, Week 3, the month of September culminated for the Niners on their schedule with that game against the Giants on Thursday. 60 carries, 353 yards, nearly 6 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns. Leads the NFL in rushing yards and is really, in my opinion, an MVP candidate up to this point. And that's why McCaffrey named the NFC Offensive Player of the Month. He was the NFC Offensive Player of the Week after Week 1 against Pittsburgh. The motto all throughout this week, going into Sunday's tilt, beat the Cards, beat the Birds, beat the Redbirds, whatever the hell you want to say, that is the motto for the Niners. Looking to push that record to 4-0. Dallas Cowboys coming up Week 5 Sunday Night Football in what could be the most watched game of the NFL regular season. Not a hyperbolic statement. And speaking of this matchup, join us on Sunday for our watch party live on the San Francisco 49ers Report. Super Chat giveaways, live play-by-play, audience interaction, analysis, and instant reactions all throughout the afternoon. Every watch party that we've done this year, more than 100,000 views. You don't want to miss out on the fun. So who's going to hang out for our watch party? Type me down in the chat if you're going to be around. I know Mr. Black Ice will be there. Wet Noodle is always there. I mentioned Jenny Wolfie a little bit earlier. Jenny's always hanging out with her lovely man. Alex Walker, Wet Noodle, Crypto Bomb, Jason Washington, the average Niner fan. I hope I can. Shoot, I hope that you can as well. Ice Cold Productions, William Cooper, Harold, average Niner fan, Mr. Black Ice, Dub Nasty, Casey Simon, Stanley Brooks. If I'm not working, I'll be there, bro. And if you're working, good for you. Dreadhead David, type in me. Harold, type in me as well. It's going to be a lot of fun. If you want to be a part of the show today, a couple of ways for you to get involved. As always, the real ones know, but some of the new ones, y'all don't know, that we involve the audience better than any other Niners YouTube channel out there. Why is that? Because that's what the Niners Report is built on. Use the hashtag Niners or send in a super chat to get on the show. We'll pop up some questions when you're using hashtag Niners. But if you send in a super chat, you are guaranteed to be featured here on the program for thousands of people to see. Our super chat menu for today. You send in a $5, I'm going to give you a Niner mug cheers. $10, sign the Miner helmet. $20, we did push-ups on Tuesday. Let's do jumping jacks today. $50, Trace will do a freedom funnel. And if somebody sends in a $100 super chat, I'll shotgun a beer. We finally have some happy dads back in the office. Not a sponsor, but they should be. And it's Thirsty Thursday. We're always down to clown and have a great time here on the show. If you're ready to start the 49ers Report live, 261 people hanging out with us, only 73 likes. Are you kidding me? We got to get to 100 likes at least before we start the show here. So make sure you hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Pitchforks Dragon, looking forward to Niners Eagles. Casey Simon, Raymond, Terry Estrada, all in the chat. We are 11 likes away from 100. More likes that we get, higher that the audience gets, the more fun that we'll have. And wow, you see that? The super chats look different on the dashboard now? That's wild. It's like a little bubble now. Dreadhead David with the $5. Let's get it, Dreadhead. That's a beer cheers for our boy, Dreadhead. 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 Gump a $20 super chat. The real one in the house. All right, that's 20 jumping jacks real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Niners putting in work on the practice field today. We're putting in some work here on the Niners Report as well. We're up to $25 in super chats, and whoever was here on Tuesday, how about the performance from Olive Oil? Olive Oil was going in. He sent in 100. He sent in a couple of 50s. He was our super chat MVP. Who's going to be the super chat MVP today? So far, it's Gumpwolf, and it's Dreadhead David, our 2 super chat MVPs. All right, the official show is about to start. 270 people watching live. Here's a beer cheers for our guy, Dreadhead. It's a Thirsty Thursday here on the Niners Report. We have 3 segments coming your way, and if you want the most informative, insightful, entertaining Niners analysis right here on YouTube, sit back, relax, kick it with us, because the official show starts right now. Let's get it. All right, welcome into the show. This is the San Francisco 49ers Report by Chat Sports. I'm Chase Sr. Appreciate all of you for being here with us. Coming up on today's show, is Deebo Samuel going to miss this Week 4 game against Arizona? Right now, it's not looking all that great. We're also going to explain why Kyle Shanahan is grateful and Christian McCaffrey receiving an accolade that goes to show you how good he was in the month of September. Before we dive into all of that, make sure you join us on Sunday for our Week 4 watch party against those Cardinals after Arizona took down the Dallas Cowboys last Sunday. This game, pretty pivotal in the NFC and in the NFC West. Subscribe, turn on those notifications, and I hope to see all of you there with us on Sunday. Let's begin with Christian McCaffrey. He has been named the NFC Offensive Player of the Month for September. And in the 3 games that the Niners have played so far, he was tremendous in all 3 matchups. You take a look at the numbers here. 60 carries, 353 yards, almost 6 yards per pop and 3 touchdowns for McCaffrey. He is currently number 1 in the NFL in rushing yards ahead of DeAndre Swift of the Philadelphia Eagles. But that's not all that Run CMC was able to do in the first month of the season. Yards per game rushing, 117. He had explosive plays left and right. 9 runs of 10-plus yards. That's number 1 in the NFL as well. But with Christian McCaffrey, we know that he's not one-dimensional. He is a multifaceted, versatile weapon in Kyle Shanahan's offense, and he was able to add 11 catches for 70 yards in those 3 games combined as well. And what an impact that McCaffrey has been able to have ever since the Niners made that deal for him, as we're coming up on about the year mark of that point in that deal with the Carolina Panthers as we approach the NFL trade deadline last year. San Francisco has not lost a regular season game that Christian McCaffrey has started. You heard that right. The Niners have won 13 straight regular season games. They have not lost since October of 2022. And McCaffrey, off to a great start. One of my bold predictions was that going into 2023, I thought he had an opportunity to accumulate 2,000 all-purpose yards. Right now, he's off to a pretty damn good start. More to get to on the show. First, though, I want to say thank you to the faithful. We just surpassed 91,000 subscribers, and our march with the faithful, with the Niner gang, with the Niner Empire toward 100,000 subscribers is on. We're going to get there this year. It's going to be a party, but for now, we got the 91K and did it for Eric Armstead. Why is Kyle Shanahan grateful? Let's explain to you. So the Niners announced a multi-year contract extension for both Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch last Friday. We went live for it. That's why you subscribed to the show. And it actually turns out, as Shanahan revealed on Wednesday, that contract extension for both the head coach and the general manager was done prior to week 1. A lot of the chatter was, oh, wow, Niners have a loaded roster, might be the most talented all-around team in football. They're off to this terrific start, and they just beat the New York Giants on Thursday Night Football. That's why they got that deal, because as you look ahead, this Shanahan-Lynch combination, one of the best head coach-general manager combos in the NFL. But actually, he revealed to the media that that deal was done prior to week 1. He's 43 years old, hired in 2017. One of the best offensive minds in the game with his play design, his clever play calls, and his offensive system. San Francisco, as an organization, has done a great job of drafting and developing players ever since 2017. And of course, over the last 4 years, they've won a lot of games, 3 NFC championship games, and a Super Bowl appearance during that span. Here's what Shanahan had to say about inking that new deal that will keep him tied to the Bay Area for the foreseeable future. So I'd already celebrated with my family and stuff like that, which is huge. I feel very grateful just being a coach anywhere for a long time. I know what that means, and I'm extremely grateful to have that opportunity, and mainly for my family to be somewhere for so long, which is cool. Kyle Shanahan, regardless of how you slice it up, regardless of what your thoughts of him are, is one of the NFL's best coaches. You do not want to run into a scenario in which you run a really good coach out of town and then you're stuck in peril for years because you can't get head coach right. He's the CEO of this business, a 61-49 overall record after a couple of rebuilding years, 6-3 in the playoffs, and if he gets that Super Bowl, and for me, I think it's a matter of when, not if, he'll be remembered as one of the most influential minds in the history of this game. Coming up just around the corner, if you're a real one, you'll continue to hang out. Could Deebo Samuel miss Sunday's game against Arizona? We're going to dive into that. First, though, Prize Picks, a brand new sponsor right here on the San Francisco 49ers Report. You can see for yourself at prizepicks.com/CLNS. And if you use that link and the promo code CLNS, we have an absolutely sensational deal for the faithful. What is Prize Picks? Daily fantasy sports made easy. It's the largest independently owned daily fantasy sports platform in North America, and it's the easiest and most exciting way to play DFS. It's just you against the numbers. That deal that I was talking about, first deposit match up to $100 if you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use that code CLNS. My picks for this upcoming game, week 4, because what I love playing is the more or less game on the Prize Picks app, and we'll tell you more about that. Joshua Dobbs, less than 188.5 passing yards. Christian McCaffrey, more than 86.5 rushing yards. And James Conner, less than 55.5 rushing yards as well. What is the game that we're talking about? Well, it's awesome because I know going into every NFL Sunday that I'm going to be able to do what I just did on screen. It's the most fun I've had, winning up to 25 times my money. Quick withdrawals, easy gameplay, and an enormous selection of players and stat types that are what makes Prize Picks the #1 daily fantasy app. Prize Picks offers weekly promotions that can lead to big payouts like Taco Tuesday every Tuesday, and you can select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. Prize Picks now offers Apple Pay for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. So you play that choose more or less game, which I just did. You pick those 2+ players, and it's daily fantasy made easy. That link is available for you in the comments section as well as in the description of this video. Let's get to the latest Niners injury news here as we continue to propel forward on today's program. Nick Wagner covers the Niners for ESPN. Just said this on Thursday afternoon that only 2 49ers that I did not see participating during the early open portion of Thursday's practice. Wide receiver Deebo Samuel, wide receiver Jauan Jennings. Jennings was doing some work on the side, but Deebo was nowhere to be seen for the second consecutive practice. The good news here is that Brandon Ayuk is out of the blue non-contact jersey. Looks as though he's going to be able to play on Sunday, and if Deebo can't go, that's big news. Linebacker Dre Greenlaw also back in the mix, making some strides with that low ankle injury. As for more on Deebo here, this is interesting to note because after that Thursday night game against the New York Giants, in which he fell onto the football late and hurt his ribs, there was an addition on the injury report of a knee injury on Wednesday. And with Ayuk likely back, is Deebo already not going to be good to go? Or if he's just feeling the effects of the rib and knee injuries, do you rest him against a team that you should definitely be able to beat because you're 2 touchdown favorites going into Sunday against Arizona? It's also important to note, Niners-Dallas coming up week 5 on Sunday Night Football. So do you rest him against the Cardinals so that he's good to go against a Cowboys team that he plays very well against? This is an issue with Deebo here because throughout his career, he's been banged up. He's missed some time. 2019 rookie year after being a second-round pick out of South Carolina, only missed 1 game. But then in 2020, missed 9 games. It seemed as though every big player on the team that year was going down left and right. In 2021, missed 1 game. He was an All-Pro that year. 2022, he admitted that the contract situation did affect him. He wasn't in great shape. He felt slow and sluggish, and because of that, he was banged up. Missed 4 games. Could he miss 1 against Arizona? Only time will tell, because he's coming off his best game, in my opinion, since 2021 when he was a first-team All-Pro. Like, he certainly had moments in 2022, but the lack of explosion I thought was really noticeable. And without Ayuk, next man up mentality, Deebo heard the chatter from yours truly saying that Ayuk is San Francisco's #1 wide receiver. He looked damn good, like a #1 wideout against New York on national television. 12 targets, 6 catches, 129 yards. The 27-yard pitch and catch from Brock Purdy against the 0 blitz. That was the touchdown that Deebo was able to bring in. And I was talking about the 2021 numbers, right? And if he's injured here going into week 4, that's coming off of 2022 in which he missed a couple of games. But this year, this is what you can't knock Deebo for, is that he came into camp motivated. He came into camp in much better shape, coming off that 56-catch, 632-yard season in which he only had 5 touchdowns as compared to 14, and the numbers were down across the board. Our chat stats portion of the show, according to Pro Football Focus, not only is he passing the eye test, he's passing the numerical test. He is the 10th highest graded wide receiver in the National Football League with an overall grade of 91.9. Brandon Ayuk actually is the number 2 overall graded wide receiver in the NFL behind Tyreek Hill. So when talking about this Week 4 NFC West rivalry game against Arizona, let's pop up this. Get those predictions into the comment section right now. I think the Niners win. Not going to touch that 14-point line, though. SF for San Francisco, ARI for the Arizona Cardinals. We did a preview for this game earlier this week. It's already up on the channel. Get set for kickoff by watching that. Oh! Mac Daddy! San Francisco! Mac Daddy, Mac Daddy, Mac Daddy, Mac Daddy, Mac Daddy.
Mac Daddy.
Tired of not being a part of the Goldmine Hall of Fame, and with a bang, bang, Niner gang, Mac Daddy is officially a new member of the Goldmine Hall of Fame and our Super Chat MVP for our live Thursday show. Mac Daddy, thank you so much. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. But we appreciate you. Our Super Chat menu. I got to do a shotgun now. $5 Niner mug cheers. $10. Your initials on the Miner helmet. We put our hard hats on and we mine. $20. 20 jumping jacks. We did that earlier from Gumpwell. $50. A Trace funnel. And $100. Yes, I will shotgun a beer. And we're going to do that live on the show right now. Yeah, do that. Yeah. Is that the Davante Adams one? Do it on the burning questions. Yeah, before we do that ad, make that like the weigh-in. Yep. Okay. Stick with that, and then we'll also do Name That Niner. Little double comment pusher. Mac Daddy, thank you for the 100, my brother. We appreciate it, man. You're an absolute legend. You have been for a long time. All the super chats and donations to the show, you're the best.
Chug, 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 chug. Nice.
Let's ride. It's Thursday. It's Thursday. King Xavier, Chase Sr. could have been a Raiders Report guy. And we party hard on the Niners Report like the Raiders Report parties on the Raiders Report. Parrish Smith, time to pluck some birds. San Francisco 34, Arizona 17. So you think the Niners going to be able to cover that 14-point spread? Get the dub by 17. That is a score that I could certainly see happening. I could definitely see that happen. Raymond Torres. I feel like I was in school waiting for time to fly by, and it just didn't happen. Well, hopefully, time is flying by right now. 350 people watching live right now. Make sure you continue to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Val Ramos, Chase, step up the shotguns for 100. What do you mean? Like, do it faster? Or
I don't even know
did
if
you
could
not
do it.
see me do it yet?
I say I don't know.
You
if
might
you
be
could
watching
even
on
do it
delay.
faster.
David Corona, 38-17. We called him during the show last week on the watch party. Val Ramos wants us to do more shotguns.
Hey, I'll do one for 100.
Another 100? We'll do another shotgun. How about it? All right, coming up next on the show, the Niners surprisingly listed as a potential trade destination for the best wide receiver in football right now, Davante Adams. We're going to talk about that next, and it's all coming up right now. Coming up on today's San Francisco 49ers report, some wild trade buzz out there, and the San Francisco 49ers are in the thick of it. Could the Niners make a Davante Adams trade? He's unhappy, and an NFL insider linked the 49ers to an Adams trade. Now, why is Davante Adams unhappy? Back-to-back losses for the Las Vegas Raiders. He doesn't want to wait around until this team can compete once again. And here's what he had to say. I don't want to act like it's all crazy after that Week 3 loss in which they had a listless offensive performance against Pittsburgh. Jimmy Garoppolo, a few interceptions. He said it's Week 3, but I don't got time to wait around. It's not a personal thing. I mean, it is a personal thing, but it ain't just about me. It's not my mentality to take all season to try to figure it all out. To use these early games like this to establish an identity, and we're not doing things the right way to establish a winning culture early in the season, we got to do something to turn that around. That's part of the praise that I've given Kyle Shanahan this year. 2022, 2021, they started off slow. Last year, 3-4. The year before that, 3-5. They had to play catch-up. That is not sustainable to have to do that every single year. And right now, Josh McDaniels, the head coach for Las Vegas, isn't hitting that panic button, and they're trying to feel out, find their identity right now. But you can't afford to do that year in, year out, especially this year in a very competitive division like the AFC West. And stop me if you've heard this before. The Las Vegas Raiders, ladies and gentlemen, are an absolute dumpster fire. You have Davante Adams saying, I don't want to wait around. We have to figure this thing out so that we can start winning some ball games. You have Chandler Jones going live on Twitter saying some of the most out-of-pocket and crazy things to the point where I hope his family is going out to see him, to check in, to see if he's okay because mentally it doesn't seem as such. We have the fan base. We have Mitchell Renz, host of the Raiders Report here at Chat Sports, calling for Josh McDaniels to get fired after just 3 games. It's sweet to see that the Raiders are a dumpster fire once again because, of course, they're great rivals to San Francisco. Now, a reason we're talking about Adams on today's show is because Matt Lombardo, NFL insider, listed these 6 teams as potential destinations for Davante Adams. Scheme fit, need, available money, all of those contributing factors. You have the Dallas Cowboys, Cincinnati Bengals, San Francisco 49ers, Detroit Lions, Cleveland Browns, Green Bay Packers. There are other teams obviously on this list who have a bigger need for Adams than the San Francisco 49ers. In fact, I don't really think the Niners make a lot of sense. I love this wide receiver combination of Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. I think they complement each other really well. You put Adams on the field, their targets go down. It then becomes even harder to get George Kittle the football. There would be a lot of mismatches that you would have at your disposal if you're head coach Kyle Shanahan. And yes, San Francisco has $41+ million in cap space, which can be used now or rolled over. Davante Adams' contract details coming up here in a moment, but I think this is the play for the Niners. If they need to make a trade and a splash move, if an injury happens, if they have a glaring need, going into the trade deadline, they have the cap flexibility to absorb some of that money. But I think really ideally what this organization wants to do is to look ahead at some looming contract extensions because, again, that money can roll over to 2024. It can be used to absorb Nick Bosa's new deal, but really these are the 3 ones that I'm focusing in on. Brandon Ayuk, due for a contract extension after this year. Basically, next offseason, it is basically the Nick Bosa contract situation, George Kittle, Fred Warner, Deebo Samuel, those situations all over again. On repeat. Talanoa Hufanga, next year going into 2024, will be entering the final year of his rookie deal. He was an all-pro safety in year 2. He doesn't have the luxury of a 5th-year option because he was not a first-round pick. He was drafted in the 5th round. And yes, we're looking down the road here, but Brock Purdy has 2 years on his rookie deal after this year. He's one of the most bargain plays in the NFL right now, making less than $1 million. But if he continues to play well, he continues to win games, you already know he's going to break the bank as well. Let's tee up this. If you love seeing the Raiders fail, you love seeing the Raiders dysfunction, I want you to type FLV down in the chat. They were never faithful to the Bay. They left multiple times. San Francisco, FTTB, always faithful to the Bay. Coming up next here on the show, if you're a real one, you'll hang out for the entire duration of the program. A look at the Davante Adams numbers. He's really special. What it would mean to take on his contract and how much. Also, should the Niners sign La'el Collins? He's been cleared. First, though, every single day, I start my day with AG1. Why is that? It's the tone setter. It's the table setter for the rest of my day. Because I know when I drink AG1, I'm able to check off all of the nutritional benefits that I need with one single scoop of AG1. And the benefits of daily use: promotes gut health, supports immunity, it boosts your focus and your energy. I go hard here at Chat Sports. I go hard outside of Chat Sports. With my training and my work schedule, I need to be able to continue to stay healthy. AG1 allows me to do that with one scoop, less than 1 gram of sugar, 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source nutrients. You've probably heard of AG1 on programs like the Joe Rogan Experience and here under the Chat Sports umbrella. We have a great deal for all of our loyal viewers: 5 free travel packs and a year's supply of vitamin D with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/chatsports for that deal to apply. We're going to put that link in the comment section as well as in the description of this video. It's good for you, it tastes great, and it costs less than $3 per day on average per month. Get signed up, prioritize and optimize your health. Look good, feel good. You know that's the motto. As for Davante Adams, the last 4 years, 2 with the Packers, 2 with the Raiders, obviously. This is his second year in Las Vegas. He has been for a long time one of the most potent, one of the best, one of the most dominant wide receivers in the game. This year, he's off to a really good start, and he's been linking up with Jimmy Garoppolo a ton, averaging about 8 catches per game. So he has 25 so far this year, 322 yards, 3 touchdowns, average yards per catch of 12.9. 3 years before that, he has eclipsed or met 100 grabs in each of those seasons and a ton of yards, ranging between 1,300, 1,500 yards, and he is a touchdown machine. 18, 11, and 14 over the last 3 years heading into 2023. He is a little bit of an expensive player, but not as expensive this year as you might think. The Raiders, if they were to trade Davante Adams, would save $6.79 million ish with the trade. The Niners would owe him $6.5 million in 2023. What would the value be? What would the cost be? You look at the value below me. The cost, you kind of go back to the OG Davante Adams trade a few years ago and that move made with the Green Bay Packers. Packers received a 2022 first-round pick and a 2022 second-round pick. Adams wanted to go to the Raiders to team up with Derek Carr because they played college football together at Fresno State. It lasted 1 year. Now he's with Jimmy Garoppolo. Josh McDaniels seemingly is a fraud, and now he might want out of Las Vegas. Something to, of course, monitor. I don't think it's going to happen for the Niners, though. Let's round out this particular segment with this. Could the Niners sign La'el Collins? We know that offensive line is a little bit of an issue. We've talked about Collins here on the show before. He has reportedly passed a physical after his brutal knee injury last year when he was signed by Cincinnati and tore up multiple ligaments. The report is that he could sign with the team soon to find work, and for San Francisco, Colton McKivitz has not been stellar at right tackle. I think that La'el Collins is better as a guard as compared to tackle, and if you want him to play guard for the Niners, it's not like Spencer Burford has been terrific so far this year. McKivitz's numbers. He has rebounded a little bit from a rough go week 1 against TJ Watt when he gave up those 3 sacks. Overall Pro Football Focus grade of 55.4, pass blocking grade of 61.2, run blocking grade of 47.8. That ain't good in a Kyle Shanahan run-heavy offense. 204 total snaps, 1 penalty, so that's good. He gave up those 3 sacks week 1, none in the last 2 games, so that is certainly progress. Only 2 quarterback hits and 6 quarterback pressures. If he continues to struggle or has another bad game like he did against Pittsburgh, maybe going into the NFL trade deadline, that is a move that San Francisco could make. The sure up right tackle. Is it going to be La'el Collins? I'd bring him in for a workout to see how he's doing coming off that knee injury because he can play tackle, he can also play guard, and you're not having to pay him all that much money. With that, we ask you this. Are you still concerned about the Niners offensive line? Give me a Y for yes or an N for no. As always, thanks for watching the show, and make sure you subscribe. All right, during that segment, another super chat coming in from Nick Dolfer. And I can't say, Trace, that I have ever seen a super chat come in $33.33.
Now, this has got to be one of those like scoregami. This is super chatagami.
Scoregami. I love
super
it.
Chatagami.
Super chatagami. Does anybody else want to play super chatagami?
We might need to do that on
That'd be
Sunday.
fun. Now, I
Super
think you have
Chatagami.
to send it in on a desktop, which is actually even better because Apple takes a percentage of some of the super chats that come in off iPhones, by the way. Niners are going to glide to victory, 30-plus points on the board with our defense, he meant to say. And Kittle closing the deal. All right, so big day for George Kittle. That's one of Nick's predictions. Niners glide to a victory. They score 30-plus once again. Ever since Brock Purdy became starter, ever since Christian McCaffrey became the starter, they have averaged more than 30 points per game. Is Jonathan Gannon going to be the one to stop this Niners team? I do not think so. I think they win convincingly, and I think that they do score 30-plus points. Nick, thank you for the $33. That's a beer cheers, my guy. And you're going to go on the Miner helmet.
Yay, Nick!
Hey, Nick!
Yeah, Nick!
Nick Dolfer.
The Dolph Man.
Nick Dolfer. We've already gotten, I think we'll give Mac Daddy another one. And then Gumpwolf.
Hey, Young Dong. 49ers should get Pat Surtain. You should use hashtag 49ers and ask that question.
We also talked about him on, what was that, Monday or Tuesday? Did like 45,000 views. So go back and watch it, and you'll get to hear my thoughts on that. If anybody sends in a first-time super chat, by the way, you also get on the Miner helmet. And I have a feeling we might be able to fill this out during Sunday's watch party. And if we do, we might have to auction this off either to a super chat MVP or with another duck race or something.
Wait, hold it upright again. Yeah, so that kind of looks like my dad's bald spot.
First-time super chatters, we'll get you on the hard hat as well. Here's our super chat menu. We got the 100, so I shotgun the beer. Chase, I'm 16 years old, but once I get a credit card, I'll definitely super chat. Bang, bang. Hey, Alex Salinas, salute to you, man. Hey, you don't have to send in a super chat. We just appreciate you for being here.
Alex, when you do get a credit card, be smart about paying your things off.
Yes.
Don't miss those payments. That will not be good.
You don't want bad credit scores or credit card debt.
Facts.
Not what you want. Val Ramos, McKivitz going up against Hargrave in practice. He will be good. Well, Hargrave's an interior defensive lineman. McKivitz is playing on the outside, but he gets to go up against guys like Nick Bosa, Drake Jackson, Cleveland Ferrell. So, yes, he is getting some good work at practice. I'm James, traveling to South Carolina from James. Everybody say safe travels to James in the chat.
Safe travels, James.
Safe travels to South Carolina. Val Ramos, that's a shotgun for 33. Val, that is not a $100 super chat.
Val was saying when he said step it up, he said you should do 2 shotguns for $100. But that's not what the deal says.
The deal was 100.
Sometimes we do flash deals where you get 2 for 1.
All right, let's do this. Next minute, if we get a 50, first of all, that gets us past 200 in super chats. We get a 50 in the next minute. Yeah, I'll do a shotgun for 50.
And I'll join him with it.
And that'll be for Val. That'll be for Val. We'll write Val's name on the can, and we'll do that for you. The shot clock is on.
It's a double decky. It's a 2 for 1.
A double decky. And you get your name on the Miner helmet here.
It's a triple decky.
David Corona, Wet Noodle, Tom Daly, Average Niner fan, Sloth Boy, all saying safe travels to our guy traveling to South Carolina. Oh! San Francisco! Daryl, 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 Daryl. Oh! Nick, 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 Nick. Another 50.
So I guess Nick,
Nick, Nick.
So I guess we both need to do a shotgun.
Oh yeah. So I'm doing mine right now.
Do we have a set? Do we have an extra one that I could?
We do. We do.
I'll come up there and shotgun with you.
If you send in another 50 or 100, we're gonna have to get another beer because I only brought in 3 for the show. I didn't think it was gonna get crazy, but it always gets crazy here on the show. All right, we got to put Val's name on this. Yep. Oh, I got this shotgun tool. I'll just do it and then give it to you. Val. We'll put Nick's name on here. And Daryl's name. On the beer can. We're shotgunning this for y'all. Val, Nick, and Daryl. How about it? Help me now. Oh, you want to put that on there too? Now we're at 258. Might as well get to 300. We did 430, I think, on Tuesday. Sounds about right. This handy-dandy shotgun tool, too, the Kraken, has been a game changer. Because the real ones know I cut my finger a lot last year. All right, cheers to y'all. Still one segment left to get to. Can't be scared. Bang, bang.
Bang, bang, F the card.
F the cards. F the cards. F the cards. F the cards. All right, I wiped this off for you. Oh, man. Big Hurt with the 5 on the way to work, as usual. Love you guys. By the way, we put up a 40 burger on the Birds this Sunday. 40 points against Arizona. That would be a statement. I do think the line, Niners minus 14, is pretty telling. Like, the odds makers aren't really factoring in what Arizona did against Dallas. In fact, that tells me they think the Cardinals are going to come crashing down to earth against a Super Bowl contender. By the way, the Niners, #1 Super Bowl odds in the NFL right now. So that's pretty notable. Matt Wilhelm, he said, love the energy earlier, appreciate it, Brody. Then he just said, F the cards. Val said, okay, thanks. We got you, Val. King, can we get 50 in supers and Trace has to wear a GoPro for the rest of the stream?
That would actually be kind of fun for a watch party.
You could, that would be pretty cool.
I could turn the producer cam around.
We could tape it to the Miner helmet. That'd be kind of electric. Yeah. There you go.
All right, so you can see I got the Miner helmet on. I'm going to put on my GoPro. What's up, Chase?
San Francisco. This is the studio right here.
Look at the studio.
This is the studio.
Look at the POV. Look at the POV. Isn't it
POV.
awesome? Isn't it awesome?
Everybody loves a good POV shot.
Everyone loves a good POV.
Big Hurt with the 5 on the way to work as usual. I read this out verbally a little bit earlier. By the way, 40 burger on the Birds this Sunday. That would be electric. That would be electric.
All right, so if we're $50 away from 300.
Yep.
If we can get to 300, Chase, it's Thursday. I'm kind of feeling some shots, man.
Shots?
I'll take some shots.
We'll take some shots if we get to 300.
We can get the tequila out or something.
It's Friday Junior.
It's Friday Eve, essentially.
Yeah.
That's what people call it.
Average Niner fan, we got to make sure the Eagles and Dolphins lose and the Niners win so we could be the only undefeated team.
Dolfer works in construction. Dolfer, you should definitely not rock this helmet at the site. I don't know if it's approved.
I work in construction. I might need to get one of those. No, it's approved.
Is it?
Dude, this is legit.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is
legit. Dude, Dolfer, you got to win the giveaway, and you got to rock that at the site.
Let's go.
You got to rock that at the site.
How about this, man?
Yeah, that's some thick plastic. What am I thinking? That's 100%.
This is a legit.
Good to go. He says game on. Let's
legit,
go.
Helmet here. See you, man. Hey, bye, Sam. Hey, bye, man. Lee Rhodes watching from Redwood City, California. Wow, you are on like a 30-minute delay. That's awesome, though. Thanks for watching the show.
He's going to hear that in 30 minutes and be like, what?
What Noodle 187? Good question. Do you have more fun on Eagles or Niners? This channel gets crazier.
I think the answer
I've
is
been
just
doing
yes.
this channel longer. This is my 3rd season on the Niners beat. I grew up in Philly. I took over that channel last year. Both are some of the most watched Eagles and Niners channels on YouTube, so I'm definitely blessed to be able to do what I do. Love the faithful, though.
I mean,
we had 1.5 million people tune into the show over the last month. Record-setting month, best month we've ever had.
Whew, just another day at the office. Just another day. Another day.
The digits on this channel are insane. Plus, I've been able to meet you, Wet Noodle 187.
Those arrows are green. Wait, you met Wet Noodle?
Virtually.
Okay.
Met him digitally.
I want to hang out with Wet Noodle.
We talk on IG.
Lucky.
You know, he'll check in from time to time.
Lucky.
Joseph
Wet Noodle
is his name.
What the heck, man?
Yeah.
Hit me up, bruh. Bruh.
Crypto Bomb. Who's going to win the game type, yes or no? You could be our executive producer.
Who's going to the game as well?
Oh, who is going to the game? I read that wrong. Yeah, who's going to the game? Yes, if you're going. No, if you'll be here for our watch party. Average Niner fan said no, sadly. Is anybody going to the game? That'd be sick.
It's at the Bay, isn't it? Or is it in Arizona?
It's in the Bay.
Okay.
/ not in the Bay because they're in Santa Clara now.
Clara.
But all right, let's go to segment number 3 here. Burning questions that I have and people have. Going into week 4 against the Arizona Cardinals. Some good stuff that we're going to relay here. So continue to hang out with us. I'll be in Duval County from Paris Smith, Jacksonville guy. Cool. What's this? Prize picks? Cool. All right, burning questions going into week 4. Jenny Wolfie with the 5. Saying what's up. I love this from Jenny because it's her and Scott
Jenny,
who both watch the show together, and they both send in super chats, and they're like, yo, what up? Let's go, Brandon. Ayuk. Cheers from me and Scott.
Cheers, Jenny.
Jenny and Scott.
Jenny and Scott.
Jenny and Scott. Jenny and Scott. Average Niner fan concerned about the O-line. Yeah, we talked a little bit about that earlier. I agree with you. Tom Daly not going to the game, but he'll be here for the watch party. Tom, did you send the programs that we can auction off at some point? That'll be fun. Julio Ruiz said, still the Bay, it's just the South Bay. I stand corrected. But, is South Bay the Bay Bay?
Bay, Bay, Bay.
Bay, Bay, Bay. Bay, Bay, Bay. Yes, today from Tom. Awesome.
Bay.
All right.
Tom
Let's do this
Daly.
3rd segment.
Yay.
Let's get it.
Tom Daly.
And then we're down to hang out for a little bit as well. Gumpwolf.
Yeah.
Is there a right tackle out there worth trading for? We're actually going to talk about that coming up here on
And
the show.
also one thing I want to mention is we do have our happy hour coming up, so do not click out yet. Trust me, the fun is about to be had.
Let's do it. 49ers Report happy hour coming up after this. Yeah. Welcome into the San Francisco 49ers Report. Coming up on today's show, burning questions that I have and the fans have heading into this Week 4 matchup against the Arizona Cardinals. First, though, speaking of this NFC West rivalry game, we're back for another watch party on Sunday. You do not want to miss it. Super chat giveaways, live play-by-play, audience interaction, instant reaction, analysis, and stats. It's the best place to experience the game outside of being at Levi Stadium. So subscribe, turn on those notifications because the motto this week, beat the Cards. And if you think the Niners will smash the Arizona Cardinals, I want you to hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. I seriously want to gauge how many people are confident in this team to win this ball game. So if you're confident, like the video right now. Let's get it underway. Our burning questions going into Week 4 as we're about to be a month into the regular season. Where has time gone? Question number 1. Where has Nick Bosa been? A lot of fans have asked me that. He might only have 1 sack, but Nick Bosa has still been Nick Bosa, his normal, dominant self. He is the highest graded defender in the National Football League, an overall Pro Football Focus grade of 93.9. He is tied with TJ Watt, who has more sacks, as the highest graded pass rusher as an edge. Nick Bosa is also second in quarterback hits, third in pass rush win rate, and he has faced the most double teams among all defenders in the league up to this point through 3 games. And he did say that going into week 4, especially coming off that mini bye from last Thursday, about 10 days of rest, he feels as though he's finally in tip-top playing condition. That was something that I talked about when that contract wasn't done. How long was it going to take him? It seems as though first couple of weeks he knocked off the rust. Still was dominant, though, but now I think the sack numbers are going to come. Question number 2. Are the San Francisco 49ers the best team in the National Football League? In my opinion, they are. Why is that? Because I believe the best teams in the NFL are the most complete teams, and San Francisco is the more complete team as compared to the Miami Dolphins. And then I think the Kansas City Chiefs are number 3, and the Philadelphia Eagles are number 4, judged solely on how all those teams have played up to this point. San Francisco, Miami. Let's take a look at the numbers here. Battle of the elites. You have Kyle Shanahan against his former protege, his offensive coordinator, in Mike McDaniel. Everybody spammed Trizzy Trace in the chat. He cooked up this graphic here. The Niners right now, averaging 30 points per game offensively with 399 yards offensively. But their defense is far superior as compared to Miami. They're only giving up 14 points per game. They're only surrendering 258 yards per game and only giving up 1 touchdown per contest. Now, Miami did drop 70 points on Sean Payton's head, right? And that's a big reason why their points per game is inflated all the way up to 43.3. They did light up the scoreboard week 1 against the Chargers, but they were defended pretty nicely by Bill Belichick in week 2. And again, the numbers from week 3 against Denver, it's inflation, right? Shout out to JB. Yards per game, 550 total for Miami. Opponents' points per game, though, this is where I think there's a little bit of a difference. The Dolphins are giving up almost 24 points per game. That's 10 more than San Francisco. They're giving up 361 yards per game. That's more than 100 more than San Francisco. And touchdowns given up per game is at 2.7. If these two teams were to meet up, I think that the Niners would have an opportunity to keep this offense more in check as compared to other teams because they have the speed to combat what the Dolphins like to do well. Shanahan, while he's an offensive mind, is a good defensive mind because he knows what Mike McDaniel is going to be able to do. And what happened last year? I know that the Niners are a little bit different and the Dolphins are a little bit different. That is stating the obvious. But last year, when Tua Tagovailoa was on the field for Miami, you had Jimmy Garoppolo get hurt in the first quarter. Brock Purdy came in when the Niners were trailing by a touchdown, and San Francisco went on an extraordinary run, and we realized then, is this Brock Purdy dude for real? I like what he did in the preseason, but my goodness, he was carving up Miami. They won that game 33-17. A lot of people are talking about these two teams being the teams of destiny, meeting up in the Super Bowl. It would be a fascinating matchup, and with that, we segue to this. Better team right now. SF for the Niners, MIA for the Miami Dolphins. I want to see how sustainable this is for Miami. I want to see how their defense continues to play. And I want to see how this offense can do in the latter months of the season, especially in inclement weather. Before we continue to move forward with our burning questions, let's play a game here. Name this Niner down in the comments section. We will reveal that answer later in the show. Please remind me. Name this Niner right now. In the meantime, let's tell you about a brand new sponsor right here on the San Francisco 49ers Report. It is Prize Picks. Great deal for the faithful. If you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, easy and exciting daily fantasy. It's daily fantasy made easy. You pick 2+ players and you choose them to go more or less. It's an awesome game that has a lot of entertainment value, and you're able to show off your football knowledge. For instance, going into Sunday against Arizona, here are my picks. I'm going Joshua Dobbs, less than 188.5 passing yards. I like Christian McCaffrey, more than 86.5 rushing yards. James Conner, he's led this Arizona Cardinals running attack as they are 6th overall in rushing yards per game. I'm going less than 55.5 rushing yards per game for James Conner here. So Prize Picks, actually, daily fantasy sports made easy. It is the largest independently owned daily fantasy sports platform in North America. The advantage for you, easiest and most exciting way to play DFS. It's just you against the numbers. And prizepicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS, you get a first deposit match of up to $100. These are my picks. Make your picks and get that 100 deposit match at Prize Picks, code CLNS. We continue to move forward with my burning questions. Will the Niners make a move at the NFL trade deadline coming up in the latter portion of October? It is certainly an interesting question to pose because the Niners could be in the need for some marquee players or some rotational players like a Charles Omenihu or a Jordan Willis that they picked up over the last few years, and obviously last year a marquee player in Christian McCaffrey. Right now through 3 weeks, I believe these are the NFL sellers in the National Football League. These are the teams that we know most likely are not going to be good. Carolina Panthers, Chicago Bears, and Denver Broncos, who meet up in Week 4 for the Caleb Williams Bowl. Houston Texans, D'Amico Ryans is doing a great job, but they just don't have that much talent because they're rebuilding right now, but C.J. Stroud has been terrific. New England Patriots potentially, New York Giants potentially, New York Jets after Aaron Rodgers' Achilles injury, and the Tennessee Titans. These are those potential NFL sellers, and I think the teams to the left definitely going to be sellers on this list. So with that, we kind of take a look at some potential targets who could be of interest for San Francisco. This is a combination of trade targets and one free agent target. We've discussed Lyle Collins here on the show. He could play tackle. He could play guard. He's played his best football at guard. He was let go by the Cincinnati Bengals, tore up his knee last year, but is said to be looking for work after passing his physical. Taylor Moton, right tackle for the Carolina Panthers. Pretty solid player if Colton McKivitz continues to struggle or if an injury happens there. But Carolina's offensive line is bad, so they might not be willing to trade him just because they want to keep their rookie quarterback Bryce Young upright and healthy. George Fant, you have that level of familiarity with D'Amico Ryans there. If he's not a part of the Texans' long-term plans, could you bring him in to increase your Super Bowl chances? There's a player on the Niners roster right now who's been on PUP who could end up benefiting this team. That's Darrell Luter Jr., 5th-round pick out of South Alabama. He could be an addition who's already on this team and not external. Earlier this week, we talked about Patrick Surtain. We did a whole video on him. This would be very much like the Christian McCaffrey trade where you bring in an all-pro caliber player. You're going to have to pay him some decent coin, but you know what you're getting. Darius Slay called him the best cornerback in the NFL, and Darius Slay is one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. An affordable option who's playing pretty well is Steven Nelson. Last 2 years with the Houston Texans, year before that with Philadelphia, and before that with the Pittsburgh Steelers. He has a long body of work of playing like a solid player. Adoree Jackson was beat by Deebo Samuel on that 27-yard touchdown throw and catch from Brock Purdy to Deebo on Thursday Night Football, but he's a pretty solid corner. And then the apple of a lot of people's eye is Brian Burns. You put him on the opposite side of Nick Bosa with how well Javon Hargrave is playing and Javon Kinlaw and Eric Armstead. This Niners defensive line could be even scarier than it already is. And speaking of the aforementioned Javon Hargrave, is he the best free agent acquisition that the Niners made this offseason? And is he the best free agent acquisition that they've made in recent memory? He's been stellar for San Francisco through 3 games. And I tweeted this out on my Twitter page at Chase_Senior. Feel free to give me a follow, slide in the DMs, and say what's up. The Javon Hargrave signing has literally been everything that the Niners could have hoped for. He's number one among defensive tackles and total quarterback pressures. He has an overall Pro Football Focus grade of 90.6. He has a pass rush grade that's even better on a scale of 100 of 91.4. And what's interesting here is that the Niners did not plan going into free agency to make a splash signing in free agency. But John Lynch, looking at how the Niners were bullied up front against Dallas and in the NFC Championship game against Philadelphia, thought that they could fortify the defensive trenches. He also thought that Javon Hargrave could really help out and benefit Nick Bosa. He kept watching film. And he said to Jed York, we need to get this player. Jed, will you allow me to use some money and allocate those financial resources to bring in Hargrave? Jed York approved. Hargrave is a Niner, and he's been awesome. Lastly, who is the breakout star for San Francisco through 3 games so far? There's only one answer. It is Jauan Jennings. Jauan Jennings has been awesome for the Niners, and it's about time. A lot of people forget that in the 2020 draft, he was a first-round pick alongside Brandon Ayuk. He was drafted before Brandon Ayuk, but ever since getting drafted in 2020 prior to this year, he's been hurt a lot, he's barely played, and he's barely had any production. That is not the case this year, and you have to give the man his flowers because this has been Kinlaw breakout season. He has 10 pressures on 62 pass rush snaps. And check this out. He had just 11 on 220 pass rush snaps in 2021 and 2022 combined. Those 10 pressures rank 3rd among all defensive tackles in the NFL. Javon Hargrave, number 1. Jalen Carter, number 2. Kinlaw, number 3. And Eric Armstead on his podcast said, quote, we have a 3rd starting defensive tackle alongside myself and alongside Hargrave. Kinlaw is not a backup. For him, it's never been a question about who he is as an athlete, his strength, his ability, his talent, his potential. It's been about staying healthy. And now that he's been able to stay healthy, he even said in an interview with Larry Krueger, go check out his YouTube channel, that finally he feels as though his body and the symmetry of it is in line. For his entire NFL career, there's been a knee issue here, a knee issue there. He's been able to develop strength and have it in his upper body, but not have it on his lower body. Now, everything is kind of working in a symmetry that's allowed him to be 100% healthy, and everything's come together, and it's come together at a really good time because San Francisco did not exercise his 5th-year option, so he's trying to prove that he deserves to get paid either by the Niners, most likely somebody else who's looking for a young defensive tackle who is a former first-round pick. So let us know. Let's round out the show with this. We do burning questions. We do previews, breaking news, big rumors out there. What do you like most about the Niners report? Also, let us know while you're at it what we can improve on and how I can get better because I'm not content with 1.5 million views over the last calendar month. We want to shoot for greatness here. Earlier on, we told you, name this Niner. Did any of you get them right? Number 85, Brandon Lloyd. Brandon Lloyd made some of the best catches that any wide receiver has been able to put on tape, on film, on a highlight reel, not just in the history of the Niners, in the history of the National Football League. This dude was special back in the day. Now, he didn't put up crazy numbers. He didn't have some insane multi-Pro Bowl Hall of Fame career, but at his peak with some bad quarterback play in San Francisco, then he went to Washington. This guy was different and made some jaw-dropping catches. The Illinois product was a great draft choice by the San Francisco 49ers back in the day, and if you got that right, give yourselves a pat on the back. Another super chat came in from Matt Keller. I believe if we get Patrick Surtain, our secondary will be locked down. Yeah, this is what it would allow you to do, and I talked about this earlier this week. Charvarius Ward on the outside, Patrick Surtain on the outside. They kind of prefer Deommodore Lenoir to play on the inside. He could play on the outside, and he could produce at a really high level, but he's lacking height, right? So if you put him in that slot, nickel, he can be really, really good for you. And It would just round out your secondary and make your secondary even better on top of already having a really good pass rusher, which pass rush and pass rushers that make your team very difficult to defend. Tom Daly saying watch party. Antonio saying the flow of the show is stellar. Thank you. Val said it's Kinlaw's money year. I don't buy it. I mean, you have to buy it because he's played well, but yes, could he be motivated by money? Yes, but he's also healthy. Hanging out with you, Chase. That's all I like from Venom. Thanks, bro. I love how Hargraves Selly came over from Philly to open up the box and kick the door in. Yeah, it's great.
I'm a big fan of the masks down, then you kick the door in. I love that one. That one's tough.
The energy is crazy good. Thank you. Yeah, we try to bring the energy and be as insightful as possible. All right, we are at $273 in Super Chats. We're going to throw up the 2-minute Super Chat shot clock. Do you want us to stay live? If you want us to stay live, send in the Super Chat within 2 minutes. Matt Keller, every time I watch you, my wife is like, watching him again? That's awesome.
Dang straight.
Does she think I'm just some annoying talking head? Does she think I'm ugly? And she's like, you're watching this scrub again? What the hell are you doing? But I appreciate it. 2-minute Super Chat shot clock is on. If you want us to stay live, we'll stay live. But send in the Super. And
keep us live.
This is the moment of the show where it's our Niners Report happy hour on this Thursday.
Happy hour.
Venom, a.k.a. Chen Guang, said, Wet Noodle is back. Oh, Wet Noodle's been back. He hasn't gone anywhere. Alex, love the show. You can improve your beer selection. So I think that I have a good palate for quality beer. I just kind of drink what we have here.
Yeah, we don't get to determine what we drink. We just kind of
My favorite beer ever is Yingling. Now that it's fall, though, and honestly, Thursday night football, little crisp bite in the air, good game, Lions, Packers. I might have to make a run after this to get some fall beer because it's officially that season. But I like IPAs. I like light beers. Yingling is my go-to as a Pennsylvania guy. It's not sold everywhere across the United States, but I could get in my beer bucket and my beer bag for sure. But here, yeah, it's usually just like Coors Light, Miller Lite. Bud Light's been in the fridge for a long time.
Hasn't been
touched in a bit. Happy Dads are what we drink now because they have electrolytes, so they're a little bit easier to take down.
And it's a lot better tasting. I'm not going to sit here and sound soft. Happy Dad tastes better than beer.
Donald, you need to catch up to the Raiders Report. They're the best. So they've been around a little bit longer. But Raiders Report, Cowboys Report, and then Niners Report, the 3 largest channels here at Chat Sports. So we're getting there. I mean, shoot, we just surpassed 91,000 subscribers. 15 seconds left on the Super Chat shot clock. Don't make us work. We want to stay live with the faithful.
Live.
Stay in the know. Keep us live. Let's not go anywhere. Lagunitas from Nick is a great beer. Let's do that. What's your favorite beer? Or what beer should I drink? Rolling Rock from Tom Daly. I like Rolling Rock. Keep us live. Don't make us go. Sierra Nevada from Michael. That's a good beer. We'll give you about a 20-second delay. We don't want to go anywhere. We want to hang out for some happy hour talk. Budweiser from Donald. Dude, Bud Heavy. I used to date a girl in Delco. Right outside of Philly. They talk like, yo.
Yeah, we're from Delco.
And I remember drinking like a lot of Budweisers that night because, or one night I should say, because her dad liked Budweiser. My hangover the next day was awful. I want to see a Busch Light shotgun.
Oh my God, dude, that was college.
When I was living in Springfield, Illinois, it's like heart of the Midwest Bible Belt. A lot of Busch Light out there. As people would say there, Busch Light.
Busch Light. We called them in college Busch Lattes because you had to have them in the morning. Or Busch
Lattes, that's good. Matthew Keller with the 10. Matthew Keller getting a gold sticker.
Matthew Keller. Are you going to be at the watch party this Sunday? Are you going to be there this Sunday? Because if so, I might be able to get us some Busch Lights. It's not going to.
Are you working with me Sunday?
I believe I'm working for the afternoon game.
Stephen Lynn! And this is a celebration here.
Why
as
is that,
Stephen
Chase?
Lynn is a first-time Super Chatter! 2 claps for Stephen. And any first-time Super Chatter, it doesn't have to be $10. If you send in a first-time Super Chat, you get on the minor helmet here. Now, the OG Super Chatters, you, of course, $10 or more get on the minor helmet as well. But Stephen Lynn getting a gold sticker.
Let's go, Steven!
We are $7 away from 300.
Fantasy football update. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Aaron Jones and Christian Watson are both officially active tonight. So
Nice.
check your fantasy. That's actually a good reminder. Check your fantasy lineups.
Nick Dolfer, Kona Brewing Company, great beers. You know what's an awesome beer?
I love that beer.
Mango Cart. What's the brand? Mango Cart. If you're looking for a refreshing beer, Golden Road Brewing Company and Mango Cart, elite. Absolutely elite. Donald said, that's too bad. Bud Light gives me hangovers, but not drunk. Yeah, it's a little bit light, but Donald, I'll tell you what. During some of our watch parties, when you're shotgunning 10 to 15 to 20 beers,
You gotta.
I don't care if it's a Bud Heavy or a Bud Light, you get a little bit wobbly.
Get a little wild.
Tom Daly! It's cocktail hour in the mighty NorCal land of the green. Dude, how about the legendary clip, by the way, of Mad Dog Russo? He was on First Take with Stephen A. and Marcus Spears, and he was outlining what his Saturday was going to look like. He's like, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go for a run, I'm going to walk the dog, and then I'm going to take a gummy. I'm going to cut the gummy in half. I'm going to pour myself a cocktail. I'm going to eat half the gummy. And then by the time late afternoon comes around, I'm starting to feel a little bit off that cocktail. I'm going to take the other half of that gummy.
Faithful, I have a question for my fantasy lineup. Should I start Elijah Mitchell or Rashad White as my RB2? Let me know. Rashad White or Elijah Mitchell as my running back 2?
Not Elijah Mitchell.
Not Elijah Mitchell?
I think McCaffrey's going to get the workload.
You think so?
Yeah.
The other option I have is Tajay Spears. But Saints run defense is good. But that's a good point.
Val Ramos, Chase in the Central Valley. We make fun of people drinking Bud Light. I haven't taken down a Bud Light in a very long time. Travis Kelce, Bud Light guy.
Big Bud Light guy. Also a big Swifty guy.
Big Pfizer guy.
Big Pfizer guy.
Jenny Wolfie with the 10. I love Budweiser. Even wobbly, you do an amazing job, guys. That's good stuff. See, the thing is that like when the lights are on in the studio and I have the camera right here and the game's on right here and we're in the midst of the game, we're locked in. You hang up that headset.
I was gonna say, the second we turn off the stream,
you end the stream,
dropped.
It's like, oh, man.
There's a funny picture of us last year after a Niners watch party, and
we're just on the ground.
The stream ends. We did a double watch party that day. We're on the ground, literally laying there laughing, and there's a picture of us just laying down on the ground.
There's a couple of those, too.
It's hilarious.
Matt Keller, if you drink Bud Light, you're automatically a Cowboys fan. We have Lou Ham saying, go Rams, Rams house. Lou Ham might be a Bud Light drinker. Kyle Coughlin is here. So where are we at? What beer should we drink? Let's see. We're at $313 in Super Chats. Awesome.
It's a 400 though.
So we can reset the Super Chat shot clock back to 2 minutes. Let's continue to chop it up. These are what you call the happy hours, but also the weird hours.
It's weird.
Kenny
It's
Powers, I'm only
slap
drinking
hours.
Corona with the salt and lime and a blunt in the other hand. That sounds like a great night.
Sounds like what I might be doing later.
Sounds like Mad Dog Russo. I'm going to take a gummy. I'm going to drink a cocktail after I walk the dog and go for a run. And then a little bit later on, I'm going to take half the other gummy. Ryan with the 5. Thoughts on Mike Florio saying that Brock Purdy is not a name for a franchise quarterback? He said it should be more like Brock Purdy. I talked about this, what was that, on Tuesday when we were live, when Olive Oil was sending in crazy super chats. Like, I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a funny joke, but it wasn't funny at all. He's not a franchise guy. I just don't think that people really like him. They don't view him seriously because Purdy sounds so much like Turdy. It's like, first of all, I've never said Turdy in my life.
Nope.
Turdy is not even a word. And if that's supposed to be funny, it's as bad as the Chris Christie joke from last night when he made the Donald Duck reference, which wasn't funny at all if you were watching the Republican debate. Sometimes these old heads just think these jokes are going to be hilarious and they fall flat.
It's like a really, really bad dad joke that you know isn't going to hit, but they try it anyway. Like, some dad jokes hit.
Yeah.
Most of the ones that some of this shit happens, they don't hit.
Just not good. All right, after that 5 that came in from our guy, the one and only, Ryan, we reset the Super Chat shot clock back to a minute. Val, Bud Light is Gatorade after a run?
This is like water.
Well, some people actually say that drinking a beer after a run is actually pretty good for you.
Because the carbs?
The carbs and something about the antioxidants or something.
And it's like fun to have beer.
P is back!
P.
Michael Duarte, how do I super chat to send money? Does anybody want to tell him? Yeah, it's just the rectangular box right beneath the chat. So you enter the chat. It's the rectangular box with the $sign through it. You just click that and send in whatever. If you send in 50, we'll shotgun another beer here on the show. I also saw some more beer recommendations. Ray Vang, Chase, drink a Mickey's. I've had a Mickey before.
Michelobs are good. My dad calls them Chickalobs.
And then P, I've never said turdy in my life. Ha ha ha. I mean, when have you ever said turdy?
Never.
Mom, I have to use the bathroom.
I have a turdy
I have
coming.
a turdy.
I have a turdy coming.
Nobody ever says that. No. Mom, I took a turdy.
Mama,
I took a turdy.
I have a turdy.
But I don't like the Niners quarterback because my turdy reminds me of Purdy.
Mama.
Nobody ever says that.
Not even that one guy.
Kyle Coughlin, I still say Chase for president in 2024. I'm doing a better job than what's currently being done. I'll tell you that. Chase Trizzy 24, make America awesome again.
We should do MABA.
Let's
Make
go.
America bang again.
Let's go CT 2024 in the chat.
Hold on. Chase, hear me out. MABA. Make America bang bang again.
I like that. I just want to say thank you to everybody for making me the president of the United States, but I do want to give a shout out to one area in particular here as I become president of the United States here in America. San Francisco! We're making it great again, baby.
Now, Chase,
let's go.
Now, Chase, we got to have some really smart things. We're going to be talking super chats from Mark Smith. Okay, it's going to be amazing.
I'm still going to go live on the 49ers
amazing.
report.
It's going to be.
Still going to go live.
We're going to be live for the watch party. Don't you worry. It's going to be amazing. What's up, guys? Where's my shirt?
Oh, it's on the way, dude.
We dropped them in the mail, Monday?
We dropped it in the mail late last week.
Last week, okay.
Yeah. Mark, you changed the profile picture. Is that a Crabtree jersey or a Jauan Jennings jersey?
Either way, it's tough.
It's tough.
It's tough.
As Tex would say, that's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough.
That's tough. Matt Keller again!
Matt Keller again! So yeah, Mark, you should be getting that shirt because Mark is a real one Ronco! Matt Keller, Bud Light side effects, feeling overwhelming sense of false hope, uncontrollable yapping, Weedham boys, and last but not least, believing every year is your year.
But Chase, it's our year!
Bud Light has a plant right by the Cowboys facility, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yes, and
it's
the
brewed in Texas.
stadium is, the stadium is Miller Lite.
Stadium's Miller Lite?
Yeah.
But Bud Light is
right
not
there.
far from the Cowboys
it's right
facility.
there. It's
Nick,
our year.
what do we pay for you guys to take a shot? Trace, name your price.
Dude, I'll do a shot for $10 at this point. $10?
$10 shot.
$10. Every 10 that comes in, I'm doing a shot. I need to grab some.
We're at
tequila.
353. If we
And you get on the minor helmet.
Yeah, if we get to 400, we're 353. If we get to 400 in the next 2 minutes, shotgun and another beer. It's Thursday. Got to sit back, be able to watch Lions-Packers. Good matchup tonight. Let's go. I like Detroit, Ryan. I like Detroit. Honestly, against your Saints, like Green Bay didn't look impressive until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was.
So I
The
like the
Saints had
Lions.
an atrocious collapse in the fourth quarter. Jordan Love did not look good the entire game up until the very end of the game, so might be a tough game for Jordan Love.
Nick, a 20. 35 seconds in, we're at 375. If we get to 400 in the next 20 seconds now, shotgun and another beer.
Let's go.
We're 25 away.
I agree, Kyle.
See, you guys can both take a shot. Oh, you want to get the tequila?
I'll go grab the tequila.
And I think we're going to be able to do another shotgun. You might as well just get us another happy
I'll
hour.
grab some drinks.
Can we get to 400 in the next, few seconds? We'll give you the delay time as we always do. 25 away from 400, and we're shotgunning again. In the meantime, though, for Nick, we'll do 2 shots real quick. Greg Smith, Jason Trizzy, let's go. Am I a real one? Of course you're a real one. And you made the statement, I am a real one. Hell yeah, Greg. Val, shotgun Budweiser is better. Again, that would just make me extremely hungover the next day. Chen Guang, also known as Venom, right? Chase is number 1. Thanks, bro. Nick Dolfer, I'm going to dinner tonight, so game on. Love it. Wet Noodle, got to go to the kids' track meet. Have a great night. Hope they run fast, Wet Noodle. Hope they run fast. Broad F. Jord. Chase, I'm talking to you. So you made a mistake in the comment that I just saw. You said, tell the Niner fans that the Eagles are winning the division. I think the Eagles are going to win the NFC East. I think the Niners are going to win the NFC West. We're at 375. Reetman's doing a Gatorade bath for what occasion? Oh my gosh. That's hilarious. Here's a shot from Triz. Oh, out the bottle. Let your body waddle. Don't act like a snobby model. You just hit the lotto. You heard it from Chip.
All right. Today, it's basically Friday, right? It's always Friday. It's Friday, Junior. If somebody sends in a 100, I'm doing a beer boot, but it's got to be in the next 5 minutes. $100, I'm doing a beer boot. Let's go.
You heard the man. He's about to dump Gatorade on a coworker. 5 minutes, $100 super chat. Chip is doing Das Boot. Jake Rietma, host of Dolphins Today, just said that the Dolphins are the best team in the NFL. Now, who do you think is the better team? San Francisco or Miami? I think that the Niners are the better all-around team. And his girlfriend is a Niner fan. Shout out Sid. Her family, long-time season ticket holders. Matt Keller said, I don't get paid until tomorrow. Hey, it still hits the same. Everybody going San Francisco except for Lou Ham, who said Miami. Kenny with the 5, excuse me. I love your show. Thank you for always keeping me up to date with Niners news. Keep it up, man. Always got you covered, bro. Always got you covered. That's what we do. That's the standard here. So, Chip said, $100 super chat. He's doing a beer boot. 3 beers, 1 boot. It's got to come in the next 5 minutes. So we're at 120 and counting in as of right now. Tom Daly, that's what I think. He said San Francisco better overall team. Dolphins, D is weak.
The Dolphins have a very electric and very fast offense, but the Niners defense,
Niners have a fast defense to counter that.
I think the defense is going to win every time.
And if you get a pass rush on Tua, he could get a little bit unsure of himself.
Tatua?
Yeah, exactly. Tatua with the sleeve now.
I originally thought that the sleeve was kind of corny, but at least he didn't have to get sedated to get the sleeve.
Yeah, like Dak.
Dak's soft.
Absolute violation.
That's the whole reason you get a sleeve. It's like, oh, I did the whole thing and I'm a tough SOB. Like, that's so soft.
Yeah. I would never get sedated for a tattoo. Kyle Coughlin, Dolphins are only good because they poached our coaches, players, and draft picks. They kind of did all three. You're right.
Good point.
Ryan, you need some IPAs in your arsenal. As I said a little bit earlier, I love IPAs. I drink IPAs a lot. Like, I think one of the best things you can do, you know, with a date, with some homies, with some family members, you go to a brewery, you get a flight, you try 4 different beers. That's a great night in my book.
And the beauty of a flight is it's not a ton of beer on each one, so you're like, I don't really like this one. I'll have a few sips of it.
Exactly.
Give it to a homie.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, it's like trading snacks at the lunch table. Like, I'll give you a sip of mine if you give me a sip of yours.
I like that. Now, we kind of have that going on with coffee in the office now because Reetma brought in a pour over, and he's bringing in, you know, these ground beans. And, you know, I kind of want to get involved in bringing some beans next. But, yeah, with beer, it's like a nice little trade-off, beer for the holidays.
Yeah. Especially, like you said earlier, with all the IPAs and the seasonal brews that are coming out now. Like, fall is a great time to try a bunch of different beers.
Alex Selena said, Chase, 93,000 subscribers on Sunday.
Lock it in.
I think we're going to be able to get there.
Lock it in.
I'll give you the current tally right now. As by the way, minute 30 left for the make Chip drink his beer boot race. We're at 90,069 right now.
Very nice.
90,069. So it's going to take some work. Every watch party that we've done, we've picked up more than 1,000 subscribers. Can we get to 93K? We've done it before.
Yeah.
Where we've picked up about 2K.
How long do I have to send in that super chat for the boot?
50 seconds. And
oh,
counting.
no.
50 seconds and
50
counting.
seconds. $100.
We're also 20 away from 400.
We got to get at least
Yeah.
a 20. At least a 20.
Hello.
Hello, Foot.
Great.
Foot, you want to make a deal?
We're 20 away from 400.
What are you doing for when we get to $400 in super chats?
Little Murbanga, a.k.a. kind of like a beer bong. Y'all know the Freedom Funnel. Murbanga's the same thing. Allie Barefoot said if we get to 400.
She's doing the Freedom Funnel.
She's doing the
Freedom
Funnel. Same thing. Freedom Funnel's the same thing. This is Barefoot. For $20
I'll pop you up.
to get us to 400. Let's get it. We could do it easily. We did get past the Chip beer boot time, so we'll stop that. No Chip beer boot.
No Chip boot.
Maybe on Sunday, though. Nobody wants to watch Chip, but Allie's here. $20, Freedom Funnel. We'll give y'all 2 minutes here. 2 minutes, and then if not, we're signing off.
Oh, no. Allie
Bring
wants
it.
you guys to send in a 20 so she can get to drinking.
Thirsty Thursday, start early.
Barefoot was just saying how thirsty she was, too. She's quite parched.
Done for the day, right? Or no? Wanna be. She's done for the day, and she can go home. If somebody
$20
sends in a
frees
20.
Barefoot from the confines of chat sports.
Tony Rosas, Kyle, Dave Towers, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi.
Boom! There we go, Nick Dofer, San Francisco. I'll shotgun a beer too, since we got the 400. I'm going to use the bathroom right now, though. I'll be right
pop
back.
myself up. So, y'all know the drill. whenever Chase is gone, I like to have some fun and break the rules. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna fix this real quick. I'm gonna fix this, and I'm not Patrick Seatman. Y'all know that. It's your boy Trizzy Trace. Shout out Seeps for messing up our graphic. But any super chat that comes in is shots. Doesn't matter the value. Any super chat is shots. Everybody, shot, 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 shot. Everybody, shot, 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 shots. Everybody, barefoot. You think we're getting any shots in here or what? Yeah, you can put the headset on, girl. Let's talk some ball, barefoot. Let's talk some ball.
Man, Chase's head is big, dog. I gotta
Chase
tighten this
he has
up.
a big ass head.
My goodness.
He's got a big old cranium.
He's also a lot taller than I am. I apologize, guys.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, everyone type barefoot because Allie Barefoot is blessing us with her presence today.
I try.
Barefoot, how you
Yes.
feeling on this beautiful Thursday?
I'm ready to get after it this weekend.
Yeah.
We got some good games coming up on Sunday.
There's some damage to be done.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
We
It's
gotta do our thing.
It's gonna be kind of wild.
No, I see your super chat menu right here. I mean, this is bumping. This is a good show.
Hey, and we have a game when Chase is gone. Any super chat that comes in is a shot.
Oh,
So,
come on.
If you want Allie and I to take some shots,
you
I
hear
think
it?
you guys know.
It's calling our names, Trace.
It's tequila time.
It's tequila time, my guy.
It's tequila time.
Tequila
Hold
Trace
on.
has a nice ring to it.
Shot time!
Yes!
All right, Philip, let's get some shots going for these super chats.
All right.
We don't have a shot glass, unfortunately, but here at the Niners Report, we're not scared.
No, we're
So
good.
shot, I'm going to take one. If you would like to join as well, you're more than welcome to have a shot. No shot glasses. We ain't scared.
No.
Just straight to the dome.
I always smell it first.
That's never the good.
terrible.
That's not a
Okay.
best practice.
To the dome. This is to Tom.
To Tom. Everyone's typing barefoot. We love it. We love it. Let me get a shot. Let me get a shot of Ruski from my boy Tom. Here you go, my friend.
Happy Thursday.
Not good.
Do you want your headset back? I had to adjust it. I had to adjust it.
All right. So should we let Chase back on the mic or have it be barefoot? Do you want Allie or Chase? Type A or C on the mic.
It's watermelon.
Watermelon.
It does have a scent to it. All right. Cheers.
Everyone type chug.
Cheers.
Everyone type chug. 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 Nice.
And of course, A. San Francisco. All right.
Great success.
Great Thursday show. On top of what we already had earlier this week, a great Tuesday show.
Wow, wow, wee, wow.
Wow, wow, wee, wow. This is what I will say. I did say that we were going to sign off, but we're $20 away from beating our number from Tuesday.
Only 20?
Yeah, we got, I think it was 420, 430. So maybe not 20. I don't know. We're just having fun.
We'll say 420 for the simplicity of it, if you will.
Because this is a California-based team.
Damn straight.
Should we sign off? Should we leave? Why for yes and for no?
Should Chase and Trizzy start their weekend and enjoy their time off? Yes or G, forget the fuck back to work.
Terrence, Mike, Nick, Greg, Tom all said no. 49ers defense sucks. Miami defense is good from Lou Han. You're a Rams fan, Lou.
Hey, Lou, you want to see something wild? You want to see some numbers? You want to see some numbers, Lou? Look how good the Niners defense is as opposed to the Dolphins defense.
Opponents' points per game, 14 for San Francisco. Dolphins giving up 23.7. Opposing yards per game, 258 to 361. Come on now.
All we do is cook.
All we do is cook. Joel David Chase, I just started a new job after 18 months. Thanks for keeping focused. Dude, good luck.
Good stuff, Joel.
I hope it goes well, and I hope that you stay on the continued successful path, my man. Michael, Chase, your site is making it tough to pledge money. They have the wrong email. I change it, then they come back with the same. Fix it, and I'll get you super hammered with my super chat.
That's a YouTube thing.
What email?
Like when you sign up for YouTube, it'll log you in with a Gmail account, and it might have the wrong email for him.
Oh, okay.
So that's a YouTube.
So
thing.
Michael, all you have to do, I think it's a YouTube thing, not us.
You can change your.
You just
email,
have to
I'm
change
pretty
your
sure.
email
Yeah.
when that pops up. You just change the email to whatever Gmail account that your card is synced up with, I believe. Chris Osorno, I'm a Niner fan, but that guy is Birdie. Who does he think he is? Who are you talking about? Me?
That guy Birdie. That guy.
What does
Birdie.
that mean? That guy Birdie?
I think it's a combination of Brock and Purdy. But spelled.
Terrence Robinson, you're the man, dude. I'm trolling Lou. Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure. I think Lou's a Rams fan, though, so I don't think he's a Niner fan. Tom Daly said, okay, what do you need? I think we beat our number if we get another 20. And that's just that doesn't have to be from Tom. It can be combined from everybody. It's almost happy hour time for me, too, from Nick. Where are you watching from, Nick?
Nick, where you hanging out?
Where are you hanging out, dude?
Meow.
Think we're all caught up on our gold stickers, too? Let's see.
Meow.
Got the Tom,
He's an SFO.
Nick, Matt. We'll go Mark Smith again.
Trizzy, you becoming a cat? No. Meow.
Stephen Lynn we got.
So I saw this game, or I played this game when I was in middle school and in high school. Anytime you get into an elevator with a bunch of people you don't know, just like randomly, just meow. It just makes everyone be like, what the hell's going on?
If it's just silent.
and you
you're
just
like,
ignore it.
Meow.
You just ignore that it's happening.
Ryan, Chase, Colorado or USC? So USC is like 21.5-point favorites. I think they
taking-
crush them once again.
I'm taking USC.
I really do. What's up,
Meow.
Chuggy?
Hi, Chuggy Bull.
Yeah, I'm going USC to win big.
Yes, I believe there's one. Don't mind me. Just pass it through.
All right, we're about to sign off here. Great day here on the show. Thanks to everybody who's been here with us. We'll be back live Sunday. Niners, Cardinals, watch party. Painless persona. Who is injured? It's mostly Deebo Samuel. Did not practice, wasn't seen at practice the last 2 days. So we'll see there. Joel David, we've been a Niner fan since 1969. I was 3 from the Philippines. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. David Corona likes USC. See, David Corona's a smart man, and he's a good man. All right, we're out. We'll see you Sunday. Niners, Cardinals, watch party, subscribe. Turn on those notifications so that when we do go live, you will be notified, and then we'll see you then. For Trizzy, I'm Chase. For the faithful, we out. Peace.